Okay, so welcome to the stream. My name is Joseph, and I'm with Smart Money Traders. This is for education purposes only. Today is Wednesday, 9:31 on the East Coast, Wednesday, January 8th. So we're going to be looking at the market together here. I got, let me move this up here. Like I said, I was trying to rearrange my desktop on my VPS, but I think I'm just gonna trade today. I'm gonna just display today my regular computer screen. So please bear with me. I'm gonna need to move a few things around here. That's okay. Yeah, I feel prepared at all. While we're looking at here on the screen, we have a 10-minute chart on the right, top right. We'll be looking at the 10-minute here for my structure chart that I look at here. Today, this market looks like it wants to go lower. I believe we had some news earlier. Let's see how that went for X Factory. So let's see how the news went this morning. We had unemployment claims. It's a little less than expected, which is good for the market, but looks like there were some comments made by the president-elect that kind of shook the market a little bit. I know especially on the currency side, we have some strength in the US dollar. So usually that's not a good thing for the market, typically. But also we have, definitely we're still in that overnight range. So the shaded green area you see here is the overnight range. So we're still in that. So we're looking to, what this is going to go today. Because things are the way they are. But I'm gonna look at the MES. I have the MES 24 here, which is the same thing. It moves exactly the same way as the ES that you see on the right. I'm looking for one more screen here to move. Yeah, this one. I want the 1 minute. I'm gonna put this down here. So I'm doing this on the fly because I was planning on displaying my VPS, but things didn't go as they would be. So I'm just rearranging things here on the fly. Sorry about that. Here on my regular computer, I usually look the order flow, which is very, very, very important because that kind of tells you what's being aggressive, what's being. So let's look at the ES here together. Again, big overnight range. It's about 75 to 26. That's about 50, almost 50 point range overnight. So again, we're still kind of bearish on this here. Yesterday we had a big sell-off, so we're gonna be looking to short this market if possible. But again, it's really early here. It's only 9:38, so definitely favoring the long. We're right in the middle of the range almost. Almost in the middle of the range of the overnight range. It's not clear where we're going right now, but definitely favoring the short. At the POC here, we're getting some selling. That's another thing too. That's important. Again, I'm not looking at my the same system that I usually use. But in trading, the most important system is the trader. It's not really the system. It's how you look at the market. So I'll be looking to here, short trader on the MES. Again, this, to me, it's almost like trying to chase it here. We're not going to do that. Probably watch for a pullback to go short. In fact, I can probably add one more. Yeah, we're trying to go short here. Definitely. Let me see. Where's my Replicano? I gotta change that too because normally the tab. Yes, we're going lower here. We expected it to go lower. Now we're at the value area low, so we can see a bounce here. If we see a bounce and we got a low tick, that could be another reason for the market to bounce right here. I think I want to add one more window, which is probably the MES. Yeah, we're just gonna look at ES this morning here. Let's see. I think low tick. We want to definitely pull back here. Got some sellers here. Definitely some sellers, and some people even probably got trapped up here. Let's see. But let's see if it goes back to the POC about 49.25 here. We might engage short. Let's see what happened. But today also is the FOMC at 2 p.m., which I failed to mention earlier. So that's another reason to be cautious today. We got to have the minutes today. I don't think we're going to have the press conference, which is usually 30 minutes later. But we definitely want to be careful here in this environment. You know, we're getting halfway to that candle. That's another. Usually when they sell off like this, they come back halfway to the candle and sell back. As a matter of fact, the people that I learned to trade from, one of my mentors used to say, before you enter, let it center. So here we could definitely see that here. As a matter of fact, if we get a new bar to the downside here, we'll probably go short. If we get a complete bar to the downside here, we're gonna probably go short here. There you go. We are short here. Once again, it's the selling. The selling is happening here, but will it be able to hold it? No. Let's find out. Again, we trading. All right, we got the first target, and we get that second target at least. At least we're at break even on all positions now. We just got the third target. So successful trade. So we'll take that every time. Matter of fact, this setup, I might going forward just keep that. I just need to add. Let me add my Unirenko bars that I usually use my NDT with. My NDT really helped me get into the market really quickly. One, go. So it looks like we're going lower here again. We got some 10 print on the TP is for 10 prints, meaning sellers that's a 10 point up here. Sellers are not really, they're kind of fading. Sellers, buyers, it's on the right side here. The right side is the buyers, the left side is the sellers. Again, still bearish, but you can definitely see a push up from here because it didn't make a new low. It failed to make that new low. So that could be a push up here, go toward the POC. The point of control. The point of control is what most volume has traded in the market at the moment. So, which would be about 49, 49 and a half, probably. I'm just eyeballing it. But really, let me create this to double check this. Going long here is definitely more risky, but again, we can see a push up from here. Yeah, NQ. I'm looking at my other screen. The NQ is going lower, so which is not this is a sign that we might be going lower here. And we got some. I keep talking and then not creating the chart. But let me do that. I think it was 2. I think it's 8. See what? Let me add my template here for this. Yes, it's 2. Yeah, so nice push down here. This market is definitely going lower. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna put the NDT down here. Stop limit. Looks like we wanna go lower here. Let's see. Or are we? Yeah, going higher. Well, it looks like here it's a stop one they did from 940 to 947. They went in the low here, made a new low, got some people short, trap them down here. And if I go in the order flow, I'm probably going to see some trap traders here too. 40 was right here. To get more screen, I'm going to move this. All right, yeah. 47. Yeah. Some sellers got trapped right over here. So right now this market is going back and forth, so we're going to be cautious here, but still favoring the sell in a sense. But it can be, this market can see a lift up here. We definitely can see a lift up right here. Yeah, we're above the POC. Maybe try to visit the value area high here. I don't know. Let's find out. We got the VWAP. I think we may try to sell down here. If we go down, we'll get taken in. But okay, we got canceled because we got a positive bar on the Unirenko. Let's see. Got cancel again because again we made a positive bar. This market is really in flux right now. So going back and forth, but I'm gonna move this out of the way. I can move this down here. So it'd be my decimal. I thought I had everything set up on my BPS, but things didn't. Yeah, we got the short. We eventually got the short here. So nice. Let's sell off here. Good here for now. So, as you can see, got to this pivot here. Sold off. Looks like we're selling off some more. Yeah, I need to selling off some more here. Looks like we're gonna take out the overnight low at 26. That's what it looks like right now. The bias is definitely bearish. Bias is definitely bearish. So can't be chasing this though, because right now we there was an area here of they may break this green area, but we may see a little bounce right here. Show support at some point. So this market is very, very volatile right now at the moment. Let me add. I'm gonna add an ATR here, so I can see when to stay out, because usually when the ATR over the last 5 bars on the 5,000 volume chart, I like to stay out. It looks like it's definitely more than 5 points at the moment. So, because typically my stop is 5 points. So that's another thing with this market. You need to know when to stay out. That's something that over time that learning. Because this is the thing with this market. You will never not be learning. If you're not learning in this market, it's gonna be a problem at some point, because you always evolve. We gotta evolve with the market. See volume counter when the bar is gonna finish counting. Yeah, now it's six and a half, almost 6.5 points. That's a big ATR over the last 5 bars, over the last 20,000 contracts. This is what the ATR is. Definitely right now, looks like it wants to push lower. We could try to push short here. The NQ is going higher though. What's going on? I'm looking at the NQ on my other. Oh, okay. My NQ on this chart is not updating right. Okay, so my NQ is behind here on my VPS, but everything else is working. It's funny how that works sometimes. But it looks like we're going with a up rotation right now. Yeah, what I'm gonna do here, this might be too much data coming in here. Yeah. It's about to be 10 o'clock, so typically you don't want to take anything 5 minutes before 10 or after 10, based on how the market's going. Definitely want to stay put here. Still bearish on this market here. Looks like this market wants to lift up a little bit here. The mid that we see here in the blue is the mid of the initial balance, which is not fully formed yet, but so far that's the mid. 59.44.75. So that could be a resistance area. And also we're approaching the VWAP. Above the VWAP here, long definitely could be something we do, but could use it as a bounce point. We're ranging right here. There's a little congestion area here. Now a break likely looks like it might be to the upside, but it's possible to the downside too. There you go. Okay, we broke to the upside. Yeah. Approaching this pivot here, we're bouncing off it. So let's see if the VWAP could serve as a support here. That's a real possibility here. Okay, I'd like to see another push down toward closer to hit the VWAP at 46, but we may not get that. Today is one of those days that this market, if you don't catch it at the right time, you may be, it happens like that almost every time, but today in particular, we have a lot of volatility. We got 6 points, almost 7 points of an ATR over the last 4 bars here. Each bar basically an average is. That's what the range has been here. So, I don't know. Are we gonna go higher here? I don't know. We're getting a little expensive. We're getting close to the value area high. But at the same time, we may definitely see a push up here. We are ranging in this level here. We're stuck here. We're stalling. Again, because this market sold off so aggressively. Let me see what time, about 6 a.m. this morning. So they're attempting to bring it higher, but it doesn't look like it's happening. Sellers here. Could have been a short right here at 30, not 50. Just not really liking it right now. Not really liking anything. Like we're in no man's land. Liking no man's land at the moment. Very rangy right now. Nothing spectacular. Definitely a resistance here. When you're resistance, typically you would want to sell. But again, a bounce off the VWAP. Remember I said, hey, if you bounce off the VWAP, I'd like probably to buy there. If you get your bar to the upside. Yeah, I didn't take it. 48. Also part of it last night, I did take, in full transparency, I took a couple trades last night, which worked out pretty fine. So, trying to risk my gains on the market like this was very, very volatile, even though the volatility is going down a little bit. But here it looks like we are about to push down here. well, we got the VWAP on the way so that could be another definitely bias. Because I think this market is, the bias should be lower here. Like below at 46 and a quarter. We might try to go short here, but it's in this range. There you go. See the range indicator just confirmed that. 49. So right now people are just getting trapped, one or the other. Definitely not clear. This market is definitely not looking okay, let me see. Well, okay. There's some definitely buyers. There's some bullish ratios here. So, but again, if we look at this market here, this is a support zone, resistance. Now they kind of book it. Now is it gonna go higher? No, they go lower. Yeah. So kind of very leery in a down market like this. Buying it, the pullbacks, it's very, very risky because everything that's going off is a pullback. It's a move to go down. There you go. Like to see it. Let's see if we can get a pullback here and then toward the VWAP at 46.50 and then go short. Yeah, okay. Got the C2. That stepping line is called the C2. It's just showing alignment on the different bar sizes. Yeah, definitely making sense. Okay, like to see this. Well, maybe a sell down here. Okay, got cancel. Okay, we got fill short. Not looking too good at the moment. Big fight going on right now. It's kind of ranging. So let's see if we can. Let's get to the first target. The low of the day is down here. Will they attack that? I don't know. We'll find out. We got the first target. We got the second one. Honestly, they might even shoot past this low. Then we're gonna manually trail, because this particular ATM, I don't have it automatically trailing, so I want to be able to capture more of a move here. So I should probably put this over here so I can have the bigger picture as far as where the move might. Oh, I gotta put on the MES. So I'm trading the MES. It's the same thing. We're gonna give it as much room as it needs to. We're gonna move it. If it gets me to pull back and turn around, then we'll move our stop beyond, right above that swing. I'm trying to capture a big move here. If the big move is happening, we want to be there. Just move this out of the way. So we definitely want to be there. As a matter of fact, this 17 and the quarter could be ultimate target here. All right. So if you get a no low here, we'll move our stop right here at 35. Yeah, we'll move our stop at 35. Yeah, it may come back and tag us out. That's fine. Because our third target was at 5 points, so it's not like we're missing much here. And see, we're managing this one manually. Now, if we get a U-turn and no low here, we're gonna move it down to 31.5. 31.5 would be the next place we move our stop down. Okay. 1.5, just say 32 is it. I want the no low to break before I drop it. We're definitely gonna trying to catch a big move to the downside here. This market, you're gonna catch the moves when they're there. If it's ranging, you want to scalp. If it's doing this, it's kind of trending to the downside here very aggressively. So I'm gonna capture that now. Unfortunately, it may come back and tag us out at 35. He would have tagged us definitely. If we move to 32, would be out by now. Will it get to 35? We don't know. Let's see if we can get below 26. Can we get below 26 here? 26 and 3/4 to be exact. Let's get below that, then we'll drop our stuff. Yeah, definitely some buyers in here, but I think they might get crushed here. We'll see. We got stuck out for about 5 points here. All right, that's fine. Just give up 3 points. Because at 32, that's where we're going to be tagged out anyway. The value area low could serve as a resistance here. So could be enticing, trying to go short here, but let's wait. Because we hit the overnight low and we're bouncing. So the sellers just don't have enough strength to move the market lower. Seeing a bounce here wouldn't be too surprising. I think here a push down can be in the making right here. This wick here, hit this resistance area. I didn't take this because the background was no alignment. It's kind of like still neutral, but still definitely was. Now we're getting that pink background. Yeah, here, 33. We're hitting the low of the day, and it looks like it wants to bounce again. A lot of pesky buyers here, but definitely too short, too close to the low of the day to sell it here. 60 for the margin should be fine. Let's see how we do here. But it's 10:21. It's still early, very early in the market. The initial balance will be formed in about 9 minutes, a little less than 9 minutes. If you look at the time now, it's almost 22. Yeah, I think a break of this pivot is imminent. Looks like it's gonna happen right now. Okay, I'd like you to go higher and then give me another break here. Okay, yeah, some buyers are definitely here. But since today is clearly a bearish day so far, they may get crushed. Buyers are pushing it higher. Sellers are coming in. Very aggressive here. Green background. Looks like buyers are taking over here for a moment at least. 36. The initial balance about to be formed here. So I think I'm gonna wait. I'll be back about 10:35, guys. Gonna stop away from so I'll be back in like I said in about 10 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, we just got a nice push here from this bottom here. Above the VWAP. Looks like there's a chance we might be moving higher here, but at the same time, this is a downtrend. It's got to treat it as such. Yeah. Hit the resistance area here, which I draw based on those support zones. And this would probably be resistance. We're going lower here. I want to see. Can we get a pullback here to the VWAP and go lower? I might take one more trade here. Win, lose, or draw. We're gonna end the stream early today. Where's my ND? See if we can go lower here. If we go lower here, I think we're gonna trail that. Also, we can reduce our risk from here and put that 42.5. There you go. That's that third contract here, 42.5. We got stopped out here. So essentially, this trade will be a break-even trade. If we get stopped out here, or if we move lower. Previously, my target was 17.5, 17.25. Let's see. Yeah, this is looking like it's gonna be a break-even trade because I got the first target at 3 points and the second target here. Just pay for commissions here. Yeah. All right. I think that's all she wrote today. Don't want to be overstating my welcome here because we got this market looks like it wants to go higher, but we're at resistance. So yeah, there you go. See, came back and tagged me out for a point. For actually not, but 2 ticks. Now it's turning around to the downside. So definitely, it's about almost 11. So we're gonna see some back and forth here between the VWAP and this pivot probably, or it may just break it down like it is doing now. It's about to do now. So let's we're gonna be trading here again tomorrow, God willing. I'm sure tomorrow will be an interesting day because of President Carter Memorial. We're going to have just some markets open, like the equity markets will be closed at 9:30. So if I'm going to start this stream at 9, probably going to be trading something else, probably gold, or I think gold, the energy market like oil or the metals like gold might be open till, as a matter of fact, let me look. I can look right now. I think the CME has published the schedule, and this market's still bearish. Just be careful trying to go long. We just happen to get nicked out here, but I think this might just keep pushing lower here. Okay, let's see. Let's read this together here. Since CME Group announced, just gonna minimize this. So the U.S. equity markets will be open until 8:30. Central Time, which is 9:30 Eastern, which is where I'm located. Interest rate in agricultural, like soybeans and wheat, probably close at 1:15 Eastern. One thing that I haven't traded in a while, which is bonds. I used to trade bonds all the time. if we do the stream tomorrow, we may look at bonds together or soybeans. Soybeans could be an interesting mic. But we'll see what happens here. So for tomorrow, I may just, honestly, I think I'm going to take tomorrow off because of this. Because of the Memorial Day. And okay. So tomorrow, I just made an executive decision on the fly here. No stream tomorrow, and we'll reconvene here Friday, the 10th. So no stream tomorrow. All right. So you guys have a good one. Take care. God bless. Thank you. Bye-bye.